Another video about that guy, Jayden Daniels. I wanted to jump into his tape against Detroit and show you all of the good things that he's been able to do, because what he's done as a rookie is just insane to me, and I really do think it's going to carry over into next week's game against the Eagles. He's doing everything that you want a rookie quarterback to do and then some. He actually looks like a veteran out there. So what I wanted to do in this video is show you how he's able to have the success that he's had, and also why I think he's going to have the same success against the Eagles. Now that we got that out the way, let's go ahead and jump straight into the first play here. And all the Commanders are going to run is they have Brian Robinson out wide. They have a receiver on the line of scrimmage here with Zach Ertz lined up behind him. And then they also have Terry and De'Ami Brown out here on the top of the screen. All the Commanders are running is obviously they're an empty, and they're going to run an extended fade from Terry. They're going to run a little in route underneath that. They have a seam here with a go from the running back, and then with an option route underneath it where he can go in or he can go out. And that's really what Jayden Daniels is looking at here. When the Commanders motioned out to empty, the Lions kind of panicked. They dropped this safety back. They dropped this safety back, and they just ran a simple cover 2 look. So if you read this side of the field, nothing's probably going to be there because this safety is going to take away the extended fade. This corner is going to drive on the in route, and that's why Jayden Daniels didn't look to this side of the field. But what he does know is on the other side of the field, you have something that can beat cover 2 up the middle. You have something that can beat cover 2 on the edges, and you also have a little option route underneath it if these linebackers get enough depth, because Zach Ertz just has to make this guy right here wrong, and that's what ends up happening. So watch it here. The first passing play of the game. He's going to look over there. Obviously doesn't like his seam, doesn't like to go. It's taking too long to develop. So then just bring your eyes to Zach Ertz. Let him make this guy wrong, and then throw depending on what Zach Ertz does. That's what Jayden does. And we'll take 5 yards every single time. Nice, easy, no reason to make it harder than it actually is, and that's what Jayden does most of the time. So watch it here. Jayden's going to immediately get his eyes over there, see the seam and go. He doesn't like him against cover 2 right there, so then he looks at Zach Ertz on the option route. It's there, ball. Nice, easy. We'll take 5 yards every time. Next play here, man, and I absolutely love this play call from Cliff Kingsbury, and I also love what Jayden Daniels does because he improvises on a play that doesn't really work. Now, the reason I like the play call is because the Commanders usually run a bubble with 2 blockers out in front. They run it a ton in RPO where Jayden has the option to give it or to pull and throw this bubble. But right here, instead of running a true RPO, they're just going to run play action. These guys are going to pass protect, and then they're going to run this bubble, and they're going to have Zach Ertz come up like he's blocking, and then he's going to run a slant. They're expecting this slant window to be wide open. Jayden is going to pump the bubble and then try to throw this slant. But what ends up happening is this backer here actually ends up getting in the window, so Jayden then has to pump the slant and almost throw that, but realize he's underneath and then come back to the bubble and throw that. So it's just a tremendous job by Jayden Daniels thinking on his feet here. So watch. You're going to get the play action, pump the bubble, with the goal of getting this guy to extend out there, and that did exactly what we wanted it to, which made it look like this window here was coming open, but when Jayden gets his eyes back to the slant, he sees that Jack Campbell's in the window. Obviously, he's dropping underneath it, so if Jayden throws this, it's going to get picked off. So then Jayden brings his eyes back out to the bubble, because whenever he looks into the slant, Brian Branch goes in with that, so then he comes back and throws this, and the Commanders are able to get a nice gain. I mean, this is an outstanding job. I know it was only a 1-yard throw, but the amount of brain power that it takes to run a play like this at this fast of a speed is just insane. So watch what happens. Play action, pump the bubble, come to the slant, get ready to throw that, but then Jack Campbell's underneath it, so you have to get your eyes back out to the bubble and then throw that. Not at all how the play was supposed to work, but Jayden made it work. Great job. All right, man, next play here, and once again, love the play call and love what Jayden Daniels does. So all the Commanders are going to run here is on both sides of the field. They have seams from their tight end up the middle, and then they also have deep outs on both sides. And the way this play works is kind of like 4 verticals. If you like the verticals here, up the middle against cover 3 or cover 2, you can throw it. If you don't, then against cover 3 or cover 4, you also have the deep out route that you can take because these guys should be off in cover 3 or cover 4. So right here, it looks like the Lions could either be in cover 4 or cover 2 pre-snap. So Jayden's probably thinking, if both of these guys drop straight back and the corners drop straight back as well, I'm just going to throw the out route away from this flat defender linebacker. But if these corners drop into flats, then we'd have the potential of hitting these seams up the middle between these two safeties who would obviously be getting wide because they're in cover 2. Now, also out of this look, if somehow they spin to cover 3, so say this guy comes over the top and this guy spins down to the flat, you could throw the seam right behind this guy who's coming down, or you can take the out as well, as long as you throw it away from whoever the flat defender ends up being. So Jayden Daniels here is going to end up throwing it to this side of the field, so he's looking over here. So he's going to look at the safeties first, realize what coverage they're in, and then decipher what he's going to throw based off that. So right here, boom, this safety is dropping down, this safety is spinning over the top, and they're in cover 3. So you can either try to throw this seam here because this is the side you picked, or you can just throw the out route. Obviously, in this situation, you want to throw the out because this seam is running right into this high safety. If this safety was the one dropping, then maybe you could throw this seam behind him. But right here, the out is the right decision, and that's what Jayden does. He hits the top of his drop and gets the ball out on time. Obviously throws it a little bit below, but we'll still take it. So watch from the back angle here. Jayden's going to notice the coverage. Boom, sees that safety drop down. Knows it's cover 3. Get your eyes over there. See the seam is taken away by the high safety. Hit your back foot. Get the ball out on the out route. Nice, easy. Like I said, we'll take that every single time. All right, next play here, and all the Commanders are going to run is they're going to have a deep crosser from Dyami Brown. They have a drag underneath it from Jamison Crowder, and they also have Zach Ertz getting out and then coming back in on a deep dig, and they have Terry on a go to clear out. So the way Jayden reads this is 1 to this crosser because it's going to come first, 2 to the drag underneath it because it comes second, and then 3rd to the dig on the back side of everything. And if you like this go route, one-on-one pre-snap, you can always take it. Right here, Jayden doesn't like it for whatever reason, so he gets his eyes to the right side of the field and reads it out like he should. So he snaps the football. Obviously, the Lions send a little bit of pressure here. They're sending 5 people. Doesn't affect Jayden at all. Stands in there, calm, cool, collected. Gets his eyes on his 1. Sees that Dyami Brown has a step on the DB, so he throws it right in front of him. And I really do think this was a good ball, on the money, right decision. Dyami Brown just either has to find a way to come down with it, or you can just give the defense credit for making a great play. So watch Jayden right here. Get the motion, obviously. Snap the ball. Get your eyes on your 1. It's there. Right when you hit the top of your drop, ball's coming out. No wasted movement. Right on Dyami Brown's chest. I feel like we got to have strong hands there and come down with that ball. Great job by Jayden once again. Next play here, man, and once again, great job by Jayden. On the back end of things for the Lions, this wasn't the greatest coverage. It looks like some type of cover 2 invert, so you're going to get a corner in a deep half instead of a safety, and then the other corner is going to be in a deep half, and this guy's going to drop in the middle and be that middle player. And all the Commanders are going to run is they're going to have Terry McLaurin on a deep crosser. They're going to have Dyami Brown on a little bit of a shorter crosser coming across him, and then they're also going to have tight ends, chip, and a running back come in the middle of the field. So you have 3 check down options if the 2 deep crossers aren't open, but we're really trying to throw one of these. And right here, Jayden is simply just making this guy wrong. If he extends over with this crosser, then we throw this crosser behind him, vice versa. So watch what Jayden ends up doing here. He's going to snap the ball, get the play action, get these backers to hold or step up, and when you do that, it gives them no opportunity to get back underneath these big crosser windows. So there's no way they get under these. So all you got to worry about is making this guy wrong. And right here, what you're going to see happen is Jayden is obviously staring him down. And right when he sees him lean a little bit this way, his eyes get to Dyami Brown, who's coming underneath Terry McLaurin. And as long as this guy doesn't drive on it, you're going to have it wide open. And that's exactly what Jayden sees. Rips that football. And, I mean, you can't ask for something to be more wide open than that right there. Right on the money, exactly where you want that throw for a huge gain. So watch from the backside here. You're going to get the play action, obviously. Watch these backers step up, and then watch him hit that crosser deep down the field. Play action, boom. Those backers hold for just a second. Don't allow them to get underneath these windows. Get in your drop. Get your eyes on that safety. What is he doing? Drifting to the right. All right, let's take the crosser to the left. Ball. Right on the money. Right on his face mask. Big chunk. Let's go. Next play here, man. And once again, I just love watching Jayden Daniels and his footwork because he's always on time, and that's a big reason why this offense works so well. So all the Commanders are going to run here is it's simple. They just have a stop on the bottom side of the screen, and if Jayden likes this pre-snap, he can throw it. If not, he has a flat with a deep crosser and another stop, and he can read that side of the field. But right here, he likes this stop matchup one-on-one. It is press man coverage, and usually you don't like throwing stops against man coverage like this, but Jayden trusts his guy, so he's going to look over there and he's going to throw that football. But watch the footwork. The footwork here is 1, 2, 3, hitch, ball, and watch how perfect Jayden does it. He's going to catch the ball. He's going to get in his drop. 1, 2, 3, hitch, ball. Right on the money. You cannot ask for better footwork or timing than that right there. That's exactly where we want it. Excuse me, I meant 5-step drop and hitch, not 3-step drop and hitch. So watch it here. I'll put it in slow motion and you'll be able to see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hitch, ball. Right on the money. Can't ask for anything better. I mean, look when this ball is getting out of Jayden Daniels' hands. The ball's back here right as the receiver has pushed off the DB to get separation. If he waits any longer than this, that's when these balls start getting broken up or picked off. But because Jayden is on time, it leads to a perfect throw around the money for a nice, easy gain. Let's go. Next play here, man. And this simply is just zone read, a big component of this offense. Jayden either has the option to give a football an inside zone or to pull the football and go get yardage himself, all depending on what this defender does. If he squeezes, pull it and go get what you can. If he stays outside to take Jayden, give this football because now we have numbers in the box. So watch what Jayden does here. He's going to snap the ball, get his eyes out there. Boom, what's Darius Smith doing? Squeezing, pull, get outside, take off, go get a huge 20-ish yard gain on a simple run play. This right here changes the whole complexity of an offense, and you see it every single week. Snap it, eyes on the defender, what's he doing? Squeezing, pull, get outside, go get what you can. We'll take that every time. Next play here, man. And this, to be honest with you, is probably the best throw of Jayden's career so far. All the Commanders are going to do, they have a deep out from Zach Ertz. They have a deep crosser from Dyami Brown with a deep dig behind everything. And the way Jayden reads this is 1 here, 2 to here, 3 to here. It's that simple. The Lions are obviously right here in straight man coverage. Man here, man here, man here with 1 high safety. So Jayden knows he can take whichever matchup he likes, but he can read it out depending on what guy ends up getting open. Now, what I like about Jayden is he doesn't even really look at this out route from Zach Ertz because he knows the Lions are in man coverage. He probably doesn't love Brian Branch and the matchup here, especially with Brian Branch being outside leverage. He already has an advantage. So just get your eyes on the crosser to the dig. That's all you have to do. If this safety drives hard this way with this crosser to go take it away, then just bring your eyes here and take the yardage one-on-one with Terry. But what I love about Jayden is he sees that safety is flat-footed, and when he sees that safety is flat-footed and he's drifting even a little bit this way, probably because he's scared that Terry's going to run vertical, he knows he has his guy right here one-on-one running away from his defender, so he hits top of his drop, and even with pressure around him, throws that football off his back foot a little bit and puts it right on the money. I mean, you just can't ask for much better than that right there. So watch it from the backside here. Watch Jayden feel the pressure, stand in there, and throw it off his back foot right on the money. He's obviously going to take a glance at that safety. He knows it's man coverage. As you can see right there, what's he looking at? He's obviously has his head turned a little bit this way. It's because he's glancing at what this safety's doing. And when this safety is drifting this way, he knows he's going right here with the football. Throw it over the top, let your guy go run underneath it. It's one-on-one coverage. Step over, buy time, rip that football. And I mean, that's... You cannot ask for a better ball than that. Right on the money. Big chunk. And then, man, not too long after, another great play by Jayden. All we're going to get, a crosser here from Jamison Crowder. Another little slant behind it with Zach Ertz coming behind everything on a little in route. Kind of like you're running triple slant, a version of it. And the way you read it is 1 to 2 to 3. That simple, across the field. I love adding the motion in because it lets Jayden know what coverage they're in. And when this guy right here follows Zach Ertz, he knows he has man coverage, and all he has to do is find a guy that wins one-on-one, and that's what ends up happening. So watch. Jayden's going to snap the ball, get the motion first. The guy follows, man coverage. Look at Crowder, obviously not there. He's running straight into this safety. But what that does is also pull this safety away. So then get your eyes on Dyami Brown, and when you get your eyes there, you can see that he's not open either. He's pretty well guarded. So then get your eyes on Zach Ertz. He does a great job fighting through contact. Jayden already has the ball out of his hands before Zach Ertz even was out of his break. So right when Zach Ertz gets open, the ball's on him for a touchdown. outstanding job. Now, what's even more impressive about this play is Jayden also has Terry McLaurin on a deep out on this side of the field, and he knows it's man coverage, so he does glance over there. So that's technically his number one. So he really goes through 4 progressions here, not even just 3. So watch it. Watch his helmet stripe. It'll tell you all you need to know. Glance at the out. Don't like it because the guy has outside leverage. Get to the crosser. Not there. Second crosser. Not there. In route by Zach Ertz. It's there. Ball. Outstanding job. How fast he went through those progressions and found the open guy. Went across the entire field. And that's what a veteran quarterback does. Let's go. So overall, man, Jayden Daniels is playing absolutely outstanding. I hope you enjoyed this film review. I think he is going to bring this into Philly. I know it's going to be cold. I know they have a better defense. But I trust that Jayden Daniels can go in there and put up a decent amount of points. And if they do that against the Eagles team that hasn't been playing very good on offense recently, I really do think they'll have a shot at winning this game. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below about the Commanders going forward.
Let's go to the NFC game. You had one of the great rookie seasons any quarterback ever had in NFL history. We've seen a few of them. We've never seen anything like this. Jayden Daniels, what do we say about what is at stake for him on Sunday in Philly?
I've been saying this all along. The people who needs to be concerned the most, Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders. The expectation of a rookie quarterback is no longer come in and develop.
Yeah, bro.
And just to be honest, Jayden Daniels, everybody says it on draft night. You get drafted, man, listen, we're going straight to the top. and they go straight to the bottom. And then they ain't even there in 2 years.
Yeah.
But for Jayden Daniels, he's gotten the whole Washington, D.C., the DMV area outside of Baltimore.
Yeah.
He got everybody believing.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, the realist in me understands football enough to say it's just not Jayden Daniels that's doing this.
Yeah.
The football in me knows Terry McLaurin is doing his job.
Yeah.
You got guys, running backs that's going over and beyond, receivers that's making blindfold catches, the defense that's opportunistic and stingy. All those things combining, and now rookie, go be special.
What does the no huddle do for a young quarterback as far as simplifying the looks that you get from the defense?
But it's not about the no huddle. It's about the comfortability of the quarterback in that position. Okay, where did he go? Arizona State, no huddle? Yes. Where did he go? LSU, no huddle? Yes. So Cliff Kingsbury is the person who identifies this, and let's not forget, Kyler Murray has set this league on fire enough to realize, like, this is a respectable player now. Yeah. When he first got drafted, everybody was like, man, what are we doing here? Yeah. Cliff Kingsbury knew, okay, this is the type of quarterback that I know I can win with because he's my type of guy.
The other piece of the Jayden Daniels thing is he talked about the realist and the football player that understands that other people have to play. To me, it's the belief everybody has in Jayden Daniels. I talked to Zach Ertz and Austin Eckler before the season, and they just kept saying, the kid has it. You talk to Dan Quinn, the kid has it. Adam Peters, like, he might be the one. They were saying this in May. And the realist in us understands it too. You put a guy inside a stadium with NFL players you don't know, but they believed it then. And you saw every single week they put more on him and more on him. And then one week we was like, oh, hell, they can dump everything on his shoulders, and he's carried them.
And so then let's get to the fourth quarterback here this weekend. Jalen Hurts, he's got the knee, full participant in practice yesterday. We really don't know what that means. What do you expect from him? What is on the line for Jalen on Sunday?
Can he manage his ego? And I say that in a way where the Eagles are 4-0. I've seen the statistics. The Eagles are 4-0 when he throws for 155 yards or less.
Correct. In the playoffs, that's correct.
Right?
Yep.
His ego will get involved and be like, nah, I need to throw it. I want to throw it. I'm tired of being compared to just a piece of the puzzle and not the whole board, right? But he doesn't need to. You got a Saquon, you got an A.J. Brown, you got a Devontae. Like, all these different things come into play. Is like, I always tell my 707 kids, you don't have to do nothing special to be special. Play clean football. Do what we're asking you to do. Play within yourself, Jalen Hurts, and everything else will be.
I'm looking at a linebacker and asking him a question. If you know Jalen Hurts has that knee going into this game, the first time you see him running with the ball in his hands, what are you doing?
Well, first of all, we're going to have a meeting and say, hold him up. Like, you see, you don't try and do it yourself first. Hold him up and let everybody get a piece early on. Then you go at that leg. Listen, this is just the reality of it. If I know you have an injury, I'm going to attack the injury. I'm going to make sure that your quarterback and say, hey, your quarterback coach and your coordinator's putting you at harm's risk.
There isn't a time he runs the ball where I hit him higher than his thigh board. Not one time. Because every time he sees somebody go at that level for him, he's either going to slide, he's going to try to jump and get out of the way. You're going to change the way he moves based on the way that you approach him and attack him. I wouldn't stutter, break down, not one single time. He's going to have to show me that he's
15.
willing.
Not all 15s are bad.
Who do you think wins, Cam? Who's headed to New Orleans?
Eagles.
Chiefs. And Chiefs. Eagles and Chiefs. So says Cam Newton. It's Newton's Law. Hey, man, it is so great to finally have you over
Greeny,
here.
you look really small.
Yeah, just stand right next to me. Just stand, everyone is telling me they like this. Just stand right next to me. Make me look incredibly small. Yes, America likes that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, he's as big as they said he was going to be.
He's huge, bro.
All right, coming up, we'll do our version of Who You Got.